Check, check, check. Sound check one. Sound check one. All right, most high in Christ. Looks like we up and running, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, so clap it up. Hey, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatah, all the brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Brakatham, all the brothers. Yahweh Shem all the Tham, Shem Yahweh Shah all the sisters. You understand? It's I.S.U.P.K, Durham, North Carolina, Friday night Lashawan Qadash class. You understand? I'm holding it down for Priest and Officer Wan. You know what I'm saying? Who couldn't be with us right now. You know, the scholar. You understand? But he will be back shortly. You understand? To further edify us in this truth, but I will teach you nonetheless. You understand? Remember last week, you know what I'm saying, we had went into those nations, broke those nations down, you know what I'm saying, showed, you know what I'm saying, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know what I mean, who these people are that walk the face of this earth, you understand, and correlated them to the scriptures and showed, you know what I'm saying, the role and the part that they play in our lives, right? So today, of course, we're gonna switch it up. And just for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because I'm gonna teach a little class, break down some scriptures, you know what I'm saying? But for a little bit, we're gonna go into these numbers just for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Break some of these numbers down because, you know what I'm saying, with us having our own language, you understand? Give me 1 Corinthians 13:1, Baba Kasha. You understand? I believe it's 13:1. With us having our own language, you understand, we also have our own numbering system. You understand? Remember, you know what I'm saying, like, we have more history than before those slave ships, man. You understand? Contrary to popular belief. You understand? Like blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, when you go in this Bible, you find out we have an entire culture, man, that has just been hidden from us. You understand? History, accounts, and records that have been hidden from us that we have never known. You understand what I'm saying? Until what? Until 1969, man. You know what I mean? In 1969, the Lord opened, you know what I'm saying, opened up those seals, man. You know what I'm saying? Revealed the truth. You know what I mean, to those 7 heads, you know what I'm saying, who passed it down to Command General YAHANNA, and here we are now, you know what I'm saying, in 2020, man. You know what I mean, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah for this truth, you know what I'm saying, because we wouldn't know who the hell we are on this earth, man. You understand? We wouldn't know the role that these other nations play, you know what I'm saying, in our lives. We wouldn't know what we're supposed to be doing here in this place. You understand? We wouldn't know nothing. You understand? Now, if you could, Baba Kashar, read it from the top. Verse 1, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men.
Right. So though I speak, you know what I'm saying, with the tongues of men, you know what I'm saying? This is Paul saying, though I speak the tongues of men. You understand what I'm saying? Wise brother, man. Very powerful brother. You understand what I'm saying? Breaking something down real heavy. You know what I'm saying? Though I speak the tongues of men. What are the tongues of men? If anybody knows, what are the tongues of men? Anybody in the chat know? Paul said, though I speak the tongues of men. You know what I'm saying? Because a Christian church will have you believe what? Tongues is what? That hashkala, bashkala, bashkala, bashkala. Bibbidi, bibbidi, bibbidi. You understand? All that nonsense, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that what tongues really is? What is tongues according to the Bible? Anybody know? Give you about 30 more seconds in the chat. So we got a few people in here. Don't nobody know? All right. Help them out, Gapar, y'all. Help them out. What when the Bible says tongues, what are they talking about?
It's talking about language.
Right. It's talking about languages, man. You understand? Here in America, we speak many different tongues. English, Spanish, Chinese, you understand, Japanese, all types of languages, right? You know what I mean? So Paul is saying, though I speak, you know what I'm saying, all these other languages, though I may speak Chinese, Japanese, you understand what I'm saying, Spanish, read on.
Though I speak with the tongues of men
Uh-huh.
and of angels.
And of who?
And of angels.
You understand? Even the angels, man. Even in the fourth dimension, you understand where the Most High realm is and where the angels are. You understand? They speak a language as well, man. You understand? What language is that? That language is the Lashawan Qadash, man. You understand? That holy tongue. You know what I mean? You can drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. You understand? That holy tongue, man, that we speak, man, that the Lord has given, you know what I'm saying, to his so-called children, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You understand? That holy tongue that we speak. You know what I mean? When you hear us speak that Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, it sounds foreign when a lot of people hear it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because it's not easy on our people, you know what I'm saying, to know this language, because we think that Hebrew is that Yiddish you hear them over there speaking, man. When that is a bastardized version of our language. You understand? So-called Amalek has stolen our identity and got our people out here thinking that we Jewish. When that makes no damn sense, because the suffix ish means to be like. You know what I'm saying? So you saying you like the Jews. You know what I'm saying? You're similar to the Jews, but you're not a Jew, man. You understand? When according to this Bible, if you're a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian descendant, you understand? You are a biblical Israelite, man. A biblical Jew. You understand? Read it from the top when you got it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
For thou art what?
For thou art an holy people.
You understand what I'm saying? For thou art an holy people, man. You understand what I'm saying? The same way we speak that holy tongue, you know what I'm saying? Which the word holy means what? Holy means to be separate, man, to be set apart or withdrawn from. You understand what I'm saying? We are a holy people, man. The Lord wants us to be a holy people, and we speak a holy tongue, a separate tongue. You know what I mean? A language that belongs to us. The same way that, you know what I'm saying? Same way the Chinese, man, they got their own language. You understand? The Spaniards who made Spanish, you know what I'm saying, which is also a colonizer, a so-called oppressor, they have their own language. You know what I mean? The Japanese, Chinese, you know what I'm saying, they got their own language, man. The Africans, even the Africans got their own language. Different dialects amongst that language. You understand what I'm saying? The so-called oppressor here in America, they have their own language, man. I'm saying a very terrible language that we speak, a very stupid, you know what I mean, language that we speak, but it's theirs nonetheless. You understand? And also who? Also the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. We have our own language, which the Lord can call us to be what? A holy tongue, man. You know what I mean? So read that from the top one more time.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
Has what?
Has chosen thee.
You understand? The Lord chose us, man. He could have chose anybody else, but he chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? Read on.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
You understand? Read on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You understand? The Lord wants us to be above all people, man, above the face of the earth, man. You understand? And how do we accomplish that? It's very simple. We follow these laws, statutes, and commandments that's in the Bible, man. You understand what I'm saying? Very simple. You know what I mean? And then learn them laws, statutes, and commandments. You learn what? You learn that we have a culture, man. We have an identity that has not been revealed to us since we've been over here in so-called America. You understand? But right now, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna drop that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a few of these numbers, right? A few of these numbers, you know what I'm saying? We made y'all may know them in English and in Spanish, you understand? But we gonna teach you just a few numbers in the Hebrew. You understand? So Baba Kashar, brother, whenever you're ready, you know what I mean, just hit it off from the top, right? Start off from the top. Give me a second. No, lie. Can't see it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit this light over here too. Lock you. Might help just a tad bit. Nice. Excellent penmanship. Nice. Boom. So what we got? One, right? We got one. You understand? One in the English, but is what in the Hebrew? No, no. Say it. Go ahead. What'd you say?
A cod.
You understand? A cod. A cod. You know what I mean? You know, you got to put that, just a little bit of phlegm to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be out speaking like, you know, the Jewish man be talking. None of that. Just put like a little phlegm to it. A cod. A cod. You know what I'm saying? A cod. A cod. You know what I'm saying? Very lightly. A cod. You understand? Ah, and then the ka, and then the da. A cod. Right? Go ahead. Keep going. Good mark right here. I kind of went through your little thing. My fault. You understand? This language is very important, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't call it a holy tongue, you know what I'm saying, for no reason, man. You understand? This is our culture, so we should want to do what? We should want to embrace it, learn it. You understand? The same way we do what? The same way we go to school to learn this disgusting language called English. You understand? This very bastardized tongue called English. We go to school, learn that. You know what I'm saying? I know brothers with degrees. Not faulting those brothers, but you know what I'm saying? They put a lot into learning that language. You understand? Put a lot of years, time, and effort, man, and sacrificing to learn that language. You know what I'm saying? And we should do the same. Why? Because this actually belongs to us, man. This is ours. You understand? And I know once I learned that I had, you know, a culture and a heritage, you understand, that was passed down from my forefathers. You know what I'm saying? You damn right. Of course, I want to latch on to that. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what? As blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, what the people like to say, what is portrayed upon our people? What's the stigma on our people here in America? Is that what? We have nothing. We have nothing. We ain't never going to have nothing. We ain't never going to amount to nothing. You understand? That's how we're viewed as a people on this earth, man. You understand? But contrary to popular belief, we are the greatest people on the face of this earth, man. And have the greatest blessing above all, and that's that we are what? A holy people, man. And we're supposed to be above all people. You understand? So learning this language is fun. It's fun to learn this language, man, to know that it belongs to you. To know that the black people in the Bible, you understand, that wrote the Bible, you understand, that are talked about in the Bible, spoke this language, man. You understand? This is the language of our people, man. You know what I mean? Very, very, very important. Yeah, make sure you get a good size print, you know what I'm saying, so they can see clearly. No sweat. We're gonna take our time. Don't rush. Take your time. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, we get some more. All right. So just make sure you close it every time after you use it. So try to conserve what little we have left, right? So we got what? We got 2, which is what? Shan Ya. Right? Shan Ya. You understand? What's this? This the Ya? You sure? That's what it looked like, but is that what it is? Is that what a Ya looks like? What does a Ya look like? Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, that's just their handwriting. You understand? That is not the Ya though. Let's try again. You see it right, right above the door. Where office is at? Right above it. That's what they were trying to write. Yeah. So it was something totally. There we go. Most High in Christ. You understand? So we got the Shah, right? The Na, and then the Ya. Shan Ya, right? Which is 2. We got 3, which is what? Shalash. Shalash. Right? We got 4, which is what? Arabai. Arabai. We got 5, which is Chamash. Chamash. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all a second to write that down. Make sure y'all got these in your notes. You know what I'm saying? And over time also, you know what I'm saying, with learning the numbers, you'll be able to correlate them into sentences in themselves. You know what I mean? I know Tabawan, you know what I'm saying, he is an excellent scholar. You know what I mean, who could throw multiple sentences together with that Hebrew in there with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So you can erase that, right? Erase them. Yeah. And we get 5 more up there. Most High Christ. And 2 more up there. And it seems hard. And of course, when you look at these, you're like, man, how am I ever gonna learn this, man? No sweat. You understand? This is a part of what that process of what, you know what I'm saying, being baptized, man. You know what I'm saying? Being reborn again. Is what Christ said? You understand? No man can eat in the kingdom of what? Unless he be born again. You understand? You gotta humble yourself and become like what? Become like a baby, man. You understand? It's like a preschool, elementary school, all the way up. You know what I'm saying? We've had to been taught. We've been taught all the things we know. Learned our numbers as a kids. Learned our ABCs as kids. You understand? Learn how to then put those letters and numbers, you know what I'm saying, that we learn into sentences to be able to formulate, you know what I'm saying, conversations and be able to write paragraphs and essays. You understand? It's no different, man. It's no different. We just got to humble ourselves. You know what I mean? Humble ourselves and stop being so damn prideful, thinking we knowing everything, man. You know what I mean? Humble yourself. Come into these classes. Come learn this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? We here for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? This is why we do it. We do this because we love our people. And as real priests and prophets, you know what I'm saying? This is what our job is, man. You understand what I'm saying? To teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians the truth according to this Bible. And the Lashawan Qadash is a part of that truth, a part of our culture. You understand? And it's essential to know. It's essential to know, man. You understand? Who wouldn't want to speak, you know what I'm saying, their native, knowing you got a native tongue, you know what I'm saying? We know a lot of people, they go to Ancestry.com and they be like, oh, I'm African. Let me go to Africa and try to learn these African dialects and be over there. Or however the hell Africans speak. Learn that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that that's your culture. I see a lot of celebrities, they'll travel over there and stay over there for years and saying they're getting back to their roots. You understand? Well, most of them are, you know what I'm saying, so-called Negroes, man. You know what I'm saying? We are not Africans. You understand? We are Israelites, man. The real biblical Israelites. You understand what I'm saying? And this is our language, man. The Lashawan Qadash. You know what I mean? So we got 6, which is Shasha. Shah and the Shah. We got 7, Shabai. Shabai, right? Got 8, Shamawana, right? Shamawana. We got 9, Tasha, right? And if you got the joint, because it stands alone, right? Don't forget that. Shana, Shalakia, Shata, Salakia, Tasha, right? And we got 10, Sharai, Asharai, right? Asharai, right? Just for class sake, just make sure you put that there. You know what I'm saying? So you'll know. Yes, the students will know that this means what? Meaning this sound stands alone. You know what I mean? So this would be the tha, stands by itself. It's not connected to these other sounds, right? This is the shy. This makes shy. You understand? All right. So what's that? 10? All right. So we'll get probably 5 more, or maybe 10 more. Maybe 5 or 10 more, right? So you're going to notice that something is added on, you understand, once you start to hit double digits, right? Once you start to hit double digits, you're going to notice a change. You're going to notice that something is added on to each of the numbers, right? So what I want you to do is take off these 4, leave 10. You know what I'm saying? But put 11, start with 11 at the top. So take off 6 through 9, right? And start with 11 at the top. I swear, take your time. No rush. It's different. You know what I'm saying? All week, you know what I'm saying? When you right, all week you write from left to right, and you come in, you like, damn. It's the complete opposite. Would you? I mean, you still could write left to right, but I mean, yeah. Cause like with the English, you know, you still putting it left to right. Then when you get to the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, that's what might trip you up. Make sure you put those. Don't forget those connectors too. Very important. Very important. Very important. Not necessarily. You understand? Not necessarily. Let's get some more though. Get like put like maybe like 3 or 4 more up there, and you might already see the, you know what I'm saying, the change in what happens once you get to double digits. Specifically here with 11 through 20. Go to 15 when you get up there. Well, sign Christ looking good. Mm-hmm. We at 15? Yeah. There's a lot to do that one. Mm-hmm. That sucks. What's sign Christ, right? So we got 11, right? Say that for me if you could, Kapar, y'all.
11. 11. Akkad Ishra.
Ishara, right? Akkad Ishara. Right? So read on.
12. Shan Ya'ashara.
Shanya Ishara, right? Read on.
13. Shah La Ishara.
Mm-hmm.
14. Ah Ra Ba Ashara.
Mm-hmm.
15. Kama Ishra.
You understand? And what do you notice about, you know what I'm saying, these numbers when it comes to going in double digits? What has been added to the end of them? You understand? Like, what do you notice? Because a cod is what? What was the cod? 1. You understand? Shanya was what? 2. You know what I mean? Shalash is what? 3. You know what I mean? So what are we adding? Since we now that we're in double digits, what are we now adding to the end of each number?
Shara.
Ishara. You know what I mean? At the end of each number, you got Ishara. At the end of all of them. You know what I mean? Just something them saying just to pay attention to, which will make it easier too when it comes to learning them just specifically for, you know what I mean, 10 through 20. Right? So give y'all a second to write these down. You're going to get 5 more. We're going to go all the way to 20. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to clip it there. Right? For who? Maybe. No, sir. We'll talk about the class. You understand? No sweat. All right, so erase that, right? So erase all them. Keep 10 up there, and then we'll get 5 more. So we'll go all the way to 20. So you'll start at 16, but just keep 10. Mm-hmm.
I naturally write small anyway, so it's difficult for me to write big.
Yeah, okay.
Very difficult. No sweat. The bigger I write, the sloppier it gets.
You know, and I think that's probably the issue with me. I write kind of big and look like chicken scratch. Maybe I can't write. Who knows?
You said the 20?
Yeah,
I
we're
may,
going to 20.
I may have to drop the 10 down too.
Okay, no sweat. If you have to, you can erase it. I just was putting up 10 so people can see. You know what I mean? What's added to each word. One more. Take that out. Space right here. Hmm? What's going on? We talking about that, yeah? All right, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So read them from the top, right? All the way down to 20. Baba Kashaw.
16. Shasha Ashura. 17. Shaba Ashura. 18. Shabawana.
Wait, say 18 one more time.
Shamawana Ashura. 19. Dasha Ashara. Daya Ashura. 20. Aisha Rayum. 10. Ashura.
Right. You understand? Well, you ain't got to read 10, of course. We've been past that, right? But, you know what I'm saying? We just did what? 1 through 20, right? You understand? 1 through 20 of the Hebrew. You understand? Breaking it down so our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, can know further learn and be edified with our language, man. 'Cause it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to know that you got something that belongs to you. You know what I mean? And no one else can claim it, man. You know what I'm saying? What the Jewish man is doing over there trying to claim our language and our heritage, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? But over here, what we're going to do over here, we're going to continue to learn it, man. Continue to learn it, continue to break it down, you know what I'm saying? And make it what? Make it our day-to-day. You understand? Like the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? Joshua 1 and 8. You understand? This book of the law, man, should never depart from your lips, man. Never get tired of learning this truth. Never get tired of learning your language. You understand what I'm saying? But, be that as it may, right, we're going to switch it over. Some leaders on the board, actually. You know what I'm saying? But if you could, very gently bring that camera back to over here. Check it out. You can take a seat, bro. Check it out. Tell me if it's level or not. No, bringing it down. Check it out. All right, that'll work. That'll work for now. We'll let that rock. We'll let that rock. Oh, wait. So, Shalaki, you know what I'm saying? Kapari, give yourself a hand. You understand? Excellent job. You know what I'm saying? Breaking it down, man, right there on the board. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to put that in y'all notes. You know what I mean? Keep that. And of course, Taiwan, or when Officer Taiwan comes back, he going to hop right back on it. You understand? Make sure you keep on learning that Hebrew, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, the brother will be back by next week. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing. Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? Is the feed good or la? Like, is the picture up there, is it good? Everything straight? You sure? Okay, click over to the browser and go to the YouTube, right? Everything so to while on YouTube is still up. It's not red. Not a red bar up there at the top. No, not disregard that. As far as the connection, everything's good with the connection. Okay, most high in Christ. Most high in Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go into just a little bit of the law. You know what I'm saying? Specifically dealing with cleanliness. You know what I mean? And I'm a briefly speak on you know what I'm saying, the Will Smith situation. You understand what's going on right now? Because it's trending all over the internet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about it. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I'm saying, the general is going to break it down word for word on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do what little I can just to speak on it now. You understand? While it's on my mind. You know what I mean? But Barbara Charlotte, we're gonna go into this cleanliness first, and if we got more time, I'm gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? If not, no sweat. Let's go to Leviticus, right? Leviticus chapter 19, and we're gonna start at verse 13. You know what I mean? Because when you go into these scriptures and you start to break down and you start to learn the culture and the laws, you understand that the Most High passed down to his people, it's a lot more in depth than what you think. You know what I mean? The Christian church makes it seem so what's a good word? Like they make it seem just so hocus pocus and far fetched and just hard to accomplish when it's not at all, man. You understand? It's not at all. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense for the Lord to give us laws, statutes, and commandments, knowing that we can't follow them. I mean, what sense does that make? It makes no sense. You understand? Like, he gave these laws, statutes, and commandments because he know we can follow them. He know we can do them. You know what I'm saying? Christ came in the flesh to show us that we can do them, man. To show us how to follow these laws and to have brotherhood, man. You understand what I'm saying? But we're gonna go to Numbers 19 and start at verse 13, right? Numbers. It's right at the Leviticus. As a matter of fact, start at verse 14.
The book of Numbers, chapter 19, verse 14. This is the law.
This is the what?
This is the law.
You understand? So this is what? This is what's enforced. You know what I mean? This is what was enforced by who? Those Levitical priests. You understand? Back then. You know what I mean? This is like the Levitical priests, you know what I'm saying, would be your modern day, you know what I mean, police officers. They enforced the laws of the Most High and made sure all people followed them to a T. You understand? So this is the law pertaining to what? Read on.
This is the law. When a man dieth in a tent.
Uh-huh. When a man does what?
Dieth in the tent.
Uh-huh.
All that come into the tent and all that is in the tent shall be unclean 7 days.
Shall be unclean for how many days?
7 days.
You understand? So when you come in contact with a dead body, say you just wake up and, you know, of course, it would be unfortunate, but your mother passed away or your father passed away or a relative or somebody you're living with, and you go into that room and they pass away, you are unclean now for 7 days. You understand? Unclean for 7 days. And here in the I.S.U.P.K, I'm saying that is not an uncommon thing. You understand? Brothers and sisters understand that and deal with situations like that all the time. You know what I mean? You go to that funeral. You go to the funeral, no sweat, but understand after you go to that funeral, you know what I mean, or you even dealt with that body, you understand, you are unclean for 7 days, man. You understand? That's how the Lord set it up. You know what I mean? Because the same way America has their laws, you understand, they're things you got to follow. The Most High has laws, you know what I'm saying, statutes and commandments in his Bible that, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Israelites have to follow. You know what I mean? So read on.
Verse 15. And every open vessel which hath no covering bound upon it is unclean.
And every what?
And every open vessel which hath no covering bound upon it is unclean.
You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? My rib be big on this all the time at the house. You understand? You got, you know what I'm saying, a container or something that's just open and out and about. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that it's unclean? What could possibly make it unclean? You understand? Contrary to popular belief, science is in the Bible, right? So now that you know that, what could this be talking about? Right? What could this be talking about? Read it one more time from the top.
The book of Numbers, chapter 19, verse 15. And every open vessel.
And every open vessel, so an open container, right? Read on.
Which have no covering bound upon it.
Which have no what?
Covering bound upon it.
Right, so it doesn't have a top on it. Doesn't have something to seal it. You understand? Read on.
It is unclean.
Why? Why is it unclean? What could possibly be the reason? You know what I'm saying? What could possibly be the reason? Anybody know? Anybody on the YouTube say anything? Or in the chat? You know, Kaparya, what could be the reason that this vessel, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't have a top on it, doesn't have something to cover it? How could it possibly be unclean? Because of what?
Because there's a dead body in the household, and whenever there's a dead body and it starts to decompose, there becomes bacteria.
It becomes what?
Bacteria in the air.
Bacteria, man. You understand? This is science in the Bible, man. You understand? Of course, you know what I'm saying, the Lord don't need to break it down like, you know what I'm saying, Esau break it down. The Lord just tell you something and you just follow it. You know what I mean? That's as simple as that. But science is in the Bible, man. You understand? That container is unclean. It does not have a covering. Why? Because that bacteria that's in the air can now get into, you know what I'm saying, what is the contents of that container, man. You know what I'm saying? Which makes that container what? Unclean. You know what I mean? Read on.
Verse 16. And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields or a dead body.
Read that one more time from the top.
Verse 16. And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields or a dead body or a bone of a man or a grave shall be unclean 7 days.
Shall be unclean for how many days?
7 days.
You understand? So what? So if you kill a man, you know what I'm saying, you in a situation where you have to take a brother's life. You understand? Or sister, whoever, heathen, whoever. You know what I mean? You are now what? Unclean for 7 days. And there was other things they mentioned too. You know what I'm saying? Read from the top one more time. We part by part.
The book of Numbers, chapter 19, verse 16. And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword.
So if you touch a dead body, remember that movie? What was that movie? Y'all want to see a dead body? You know what I mean? You go touch the dead body. You know what I mean? You go poke him and, you know what I'm saying, you near him, too close to him. You know what I mean? You unclean for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? What else? Reno?
And whosoever toucheth one that is slain with a sword in the open fields, or a dead body, or a bone of a man.
Or the what?
Or a bone of a man.
Even the bones. Even the bones meaning what? Meaning, you understand, the people that like to cremate their family members. You know what I'm saying? You cremate your family members and you got them in the container or whatever. You understand? You go and you know what I'm saying, you take them to the ocean, whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm going to release them in this ocean or this mountain or wherever you choose to go take them. You know what I'm saying? You take those remains of that person, you know what I'm saying? You blow them out and, you know, you deal with it with your hands. You know what I'm saying? You are unclean now for 7 days, you understand? Because those bones are still in there.
Yeah.
It's just the remains of it. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, I'm saying cremating brothers and sisters is not an Israelite culture. That's not an Israelite custom, Salakia. That's not a custom that we do. We bury our dead in here. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I mean? But read on.
Or a grave shall be unclean 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7.
No, you can read on.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And for an unclean person, they shall take of the ashes of the burnt.
Just read from the top. Matter of fact, before you read that, give me Leviticus 15 and 16. Hold where you at, though, because we coming right back to it. Baba Kashaw, Salakia. I'm just be barking at you. That is very unbrotherly of me. Salakia. Salakia, brother. Count 15 and 16.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 16. And if any man's seed, Salakia, and if any man's seed of copulation go out from him.
If any man what?
If any man's seed of copulation go out from him.
Go out from him, meaning what? Read on and we'll break it down. Read on.
Then he shall wash all his flesh in water
Mm-hmm.
and be unclean until the even.
You understand? What's it talking about? If any man's seed of compilation, right? What's it talking about?
His seed, his semen.
You understand? Right. You understand? You dealing with your woman or whatever the case may be. You understand? And your seed comes out. You are unclean until when?
Be unclean until the even.
Until the evening. Meaning what? Meaning when sundown. You know what I mean? Because that when the sun goes down, what is that establishing? A new day. You know what I mean? New day has begun. You know, in the Israelite, you know what I'm saying, culture, you understand? We don't view a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, when you read this Bible, you find out that we don't view a lot of things like how Esau views them. You understand? Esau may say 24 hours in a day. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we would, you know what I'm saying, be on like a 12-hour, you know what I'm saying, type of time day frame. You understand what I'm saying? He say when sundown, you know what I'm saying, that's the end of the day. Sundown for us would actually be the beginning of a day. You understand? You can find that in the creation story. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to dealing with a woman, you know what I mean? You dealing with your woman or you dealing with, you know what I'm saying, whatever's going on, you understand? Once, you know what I'm saying, you're a man or even the woman, you know what I'm saying, spill seed, you're unclean until the evening. You know what I'm saying? And you have to what? I believe it said you had to bathe as well too, right? You know what I'm saying? Read it one more time.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 16. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh.
Then he shall do what?
Wash all his flesh.
And what will this stop right here? You understand? Because I'm saying amongst, you know what I'm saying, our people, this is very common. It's very common, something that we don't do as a people. You understand? Someone, please tell me, how are STDs transferred? How are they transferred? Because somebody didn't do what? What did somebody not do?
They didn't properly clean themselves.
They didn't properly clean themselves, man.
So
you understand? Come on, talk to me. What's up?
And I said the word properly for a reason.
You know what I mean? Ain't no just going in the sink, you know what I'm saying, putting some water on the rag, you know what I mean, wiping off it and thinking you good. Nah, man. No. You got to put some soap on that rag, man. You got to thoroughly clean yourself.
Salaki, and if I may.
What's going on?
And I'm going to say this right here. Somebody may get mad, but it is what it is.
Hey, come on, man. Listen, we make people mad every day, all day. Who the hell cares? The truth is the truth. Talk to me.
And when we say properly clean, we're also saying washing. Now, the reason why we're saying that is because you have to properly cleanse yourself. Meaning, not only now this will apply more so with a woman because it's a little different. You know, guys, we could just clean ourselves and go on about the day.
Yeah.
But with a woman, cleaning yourself isn't using that what's the little thing women use to clean themselves? The
what you talking about? Man? They use a lot of things. You gotta be specific. What? The little spongy thing.
The thing that they squeeze in them.
They squeeze in them.
Yeah, in the vagina to clean them out. What's this called?
A douche.
Right. Thank you. There you go. That's not properly cleaning yourselves, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's a whole nother topic. But when you properly clean yourself, not only do you take your shower, as the scripture says, and at the end of the scripture, you also are to wait to the evening. The problem with us is we'll clean ourselves if we do that, and then we'll go to another woman, not knowing that we're passing on something.
Right.
Because as you go, as a man, as you go inside that woman, whatever comes out of her is now on you, and you turn around and go to lay with another woman. You're passing on body fluid, not yours to hers, but from another woman to another woman. That's what it means to properly cleanse yourself. Properly cleanse yourself is not only just taking a shower; it's also waiting. What do we say? The evening? 12 hours?
Mm-hmm.
But
it's as far as like specifically with that, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to dealing with multiple women, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to wait until sundown. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta properly bathe yourself, and then of course if it's in the same household or whatnot, you gotta make sure you change them sheets, because those sheets are also unclean.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm glad that you brought that up too, about the even, about the if your seed were to leave your body, about waiting to the even. Because like you said earlier about our oppressors, you know, we now go off for 24 hours. But this goes a little off topic, but that's how they're able to get away with us working 12 hours as well. Because you know, like a lot of people now, they're working 12-hour shifts. But like you said, because now with our oppressors, they now go off for 24 hours. So instead of being, you know, until sundown is considered the day, they now do what? Sunrise is now starts the new day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now, I mean, you're working, 12-something hours a day now?
Right.
Which normally, to us, that's considered sundown. That's considered the whole day.
Right.
So if you really look at it, we're working the full day.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, you get our work, you got 5-6 hours, less than that to really do anything, and you got to go right to sleep.
Yeah.
To get a good, because they say you need about 7-8 hours of sleep. So it's like you can't stay up but so long. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that like you said, that falls into a whole other different topic of the oppression that we go through in this place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also falls upon how, you know what I'm saying, they've taken crafty counsel against us, man. Like, you think your work schedule is, you know what I'm saying, for what's best for the company. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's best to keep you on a leash. You know what I'm saying? The best to keep you a hamster spinning on a damn wheel. You understand? They want to keep you as controlled as they can. They don't like their oppressor don't want you to have no free time. You see how many years and how much you gotta suffer and give to him just to get, you know what I mean? What is it? A paid time off? PO? You know what I'm saying? You know how many years you gotta work in most companies to even qualify to get, you know what I'm saying, paid time off? Like, you know what I'm saying? We live in the hell. And don't let you work at a low paying job. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is that? That's not even a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, but that's besides the point, man. We're gonna try to stay on topic. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to definitely stay on topic, man. To try to just run through this real quick. You know what I mean? But what you was at, right? Leviticus, right?
Leviticus the 16th verse.
Okay, so read verse 17. What verse 17 say? It might not be what I need though. Yeah, read that too, yeah. Yeah, read down a little bit, actually, yeah.
So like a quick question about 16.
Uh-huh.
When dealing with your woman though, like if you do have multiple ribs in the household, you still have to wash yourself between each one? Or?
Of course. You understand? Otherwise, what could possibly happen?
You could pass on that.
You could pass. You could create. You gonna create it in the process of you not cleaning yourself. You know what I'm saying? You putting what you got on one rib and on another rib. I'm saying, like, this. Don't do that. And also, man, also it is very disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. It's a very disgusting and filthy thing, and it's not Israelite culture to do so. Like remember Isaiah 4:1 to speak about the 7 women. You know what I'm saying? That's waiting for that one man. Those 7 women had what? Had their own rooms. You know what I mean? Their own rooms, their own beds. So basically, what he dealt with them individually. And between those, you know what I'm saying, time, of course, that was a parable, of course. But if it was a real situation, between those times, of course, that man would bathe himself. Why? Because that's an Israelite custom. Everyone on this earth knows how to bathe themselves because of Israelites. Just so we know that. You know what I mean? Get that on the air. You know what I'm saying? Don't think, don't think, you know what I'm saying, so-called oppressor even knows he's supposed to take a shower because he just figured it out. Hell no. We taught them, you understand, to wash your goddamn body, man. You understand? And for some reason, they know they got to take a shower, but they don't know they need a rag or a cloth or something to get in them pores real good. You know what I mean? They take the whole bar of soap and just rubbing it on their body, and the whole house doing the same thing.
Salakia. That's Esau. We don't do that.
Oh,
that's
man.
our oppressors. That's
Yeah,
what's the name do that? Elamites do that.
Man, I'll be surprised if Elam even washed. Come on, man. I ain't even giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Salakia. You know what? And I'm going to sidebar for a second. That's another reason why we're not supposed to be dealing with these heathens.
Mm-hmm.
How you a brother and you sleeping with an Elamite woman, an East Indian?
Come on, man.
Good night.
Come on, man.
I don't need. Are they even properly showering?
You know what I'm saying? Give me Nah, man, I don't get out. I'm gonna read through this, man. You got me want to pull strange women's scriptures and stuff, man. Come on, man. We gonna try to stay on topic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Salakia.
Where you at? You were at verse 16, right? Read verse 17, right? And we're just gonna pick up. We're gonna stick it out in Leviticus because it's some more on this we definitely need to read. So 15 and pick up on what you read.
Yeah.
You read 16. So read 17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And every garment and every skin
Mm-hmm.
whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water
Mm-hmm.
and be unclean until the even.
You understand what I'm saying? Shall be unclean until the even, man. You understand? You gotta wash it. Wash it. Put it in that washing machine, man. You understand what I'm saying? Get it cleaned off. Don't go get no cloth and then try to wipe off your mess, brother. You understand? Nah, man. You understand? Be a holy man. You know what I mean? Be a righteous brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Go throw that in the washing machine and understand that you unclean, man. I mean, and when we saying unclean, Shalagi, you can be unclean. It's not a sin to be unclean. You understand what I'm saying? But just know when you're unclean, what can you not do? Right? What can you not do when you're unclean? What can you not do? You know, Gabriel will lie. It's a little sideways. The dag on the camera. He ain't even telling you, Gabriel. You wasn't even gonna tell me. You wasn't even gonna tell me. It's a little cricket. You know what I'm saying? What can you not do?
Salakia, you can't come into the congregation.
You can't do what?
You can't come into the congregation.
You understand? You can't be amongst the congregation and be unclean. You understand? It's not a sin. Not a sin to be unclean, but you can't come amongst the congregation. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be amongst, you know what I'm saying, the people and be unclean, man. You know what I mean? You can just stay at the house, just stand down. You know what I'm saying? That'll happen all the time in different situations. You know what I mean? But read it from the top and then read on some more, right?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And every garment and every skin whereon, Salakia, and every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water.
You understand? Like we are holy people, man. You know what I'm saying? We carry ourselves in a very upright way, a very upright way. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Lord wants us to be understand this, like with being above all people upon the face of the earth. You understand? We have to act. You understand what I'm saying? We have to act and carry ourselves like we're better than them, man, because we are. You understand? Like they don't do the things that we do. They don't clean themselves how we clean ourselves, man. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lord, you know what I'm saying, it's a few scriptures, you know what I'm saying, where the Lord will actually tell you, you know what I'm saying, I don't want you to do You know, I don't want you to go against these things. Why? Because the other nations do that. You know what I'm saying? They do what I tell you, you know what I'm saying, to not to do. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they live their life, man. And that's what makes us more holy. Why? Because the word holy means separate. We're set apart from these other people. You understand? Let the so-called oppressor, you know what I'm saying, do his thing and not bathe and clean himself and not understand what being unclean is. Let them do that. You understand? But let us be a holy people. You understand? A separate people. You know what I mean? But read on.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
The woman also.
The who?
The woman also.
Right. So that woman you laying with, you understand? Whoever that is, whoever that woman is, you understand? I pray she's an Israelite woman. You understand? But whoever you just lay with, and you know what I'm saying, is blessed. You understand? Read on.
The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation.
Wait, say that. Read that one more time.
The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation. They shall both bathe themselves in water.
They shall both do what?
Bathe themselves in water.
You understand? And you gotta wash your behind, man. Clean your butt. You're dirty, man. Remember coming in, you know what I'm saying, being outside all day, your mom be like, boy, go take a shower, but you smell like grass. You're dirty. Like just look at yourself as you know what I'm saying, as being dirty, man, and know that this is part of our culture. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's part of our culture, man, and it stops so many things from happening. So many, you know what I'm saying, like STDs, you know what I'm saying, like these diseases that are transmitted, you know what I'm saying, these are what punishments from the Lord, man. Mm-hmm. You understand? You think you can just live your life and do what you want to do? Hell no. You know what I mean? The Lord is going to make sure you obey him or you're going to suffer. You know what I mean? So it's up to you. You know what I mean? You deal with your woman, you go bathe or go not bathe and risk getting a goddamn STD. I mean, it's up to you. You understand what you want to do? You know what I mean? Read on.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Just quick question for people out there that may not understand.
A question for the people?
Well, I'm asking for people that may not understand.
Mm-hmm.
So now reading verses 17 to 18. Now, is this saying like a married man and woman, they can't bathe together?
So you saying like, okay, I get what you're saying. You get what you're saying. Are you saying, is it saying they have to bathe separately?
Right, that's what I'm asking.
That's not what this is saying. You know what I'm saying? Brother, if you want to get in the shower with your woman, you understand what I'm saying? Do your thing. But if anything else happen in the shower, I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? You're going to be unclean. You understand? And brothers in the school, you know what I'm saying? Brothers in the school, you know what I'm saying, have learned, you learn how to get your time frames right. You know what I'm saying? Brother know he got to be in class. Hey, anything you trying to do, it need to be done before this time. You understand? Why? Because you cannot be unclean amongst the congregation, man. You understand? Amongst the people. You can't come to class and you unclean, man. Because why? You're going to make everybody else unclean. You dapping brothers up, hugging sisters, like, nah, they all unclean. And the Lord is not for none of that. You understand? You go back in the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? If you were to mess up, it's a lot, like, and brothers would do something like that, man, you would be cast out, man. You would be cast out, and they would look at you as, you know what I'm saying, who the hell is you? We don't know you. We don't know you no more. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, understand, this is very serious, man, very serious. Let's not take it for granted at all. You know what I mean? Let's not take it for granted at all, right? But, yeah, man, you want to bathe with your rib, you want to bathe with your husband, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can do that. Do your thing. You know what I mean? No sweat. Read on.
Verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood.
Oh, now, here we go. If a woman have an issue, and the issue in her flesh be blood, what is that talking about? Right? What is that? What is that? I think the camera probably still a little crooked. No sweat. Probably have this happy looking all types of crazy. Nah, you go. I'm messing with you. It's better. It's way better. We'll let that rock. It's all good. You can't really tell. I can tell. But what is that talking about, though, right? What is that talking about? And be sure to pay attention to the chat, because if anybody answers the questions or make a comment, we want to get them. We want to get the students credit for what they say. You understand? Because they are participating. You know what I mean? Anybody say anything up there?
I.S.U.P.K. Durham page.
No, he just posting in the sign in. You know what I mean? Read that one more time from the top.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood.
So if a woman have an issue, and the issue in her flesh be blood, you understand what is this talking about? You know what I mean? What does this mean? If a woman have an issue and the issue in her flesh be blood. Most High in Christ, Kenny, right? Velez Jr., right? I see he said a period. Most High in Christ. Get that brother a hand. You understand? That's what it's talking about. You understand? That woman is on her flower. She's on her cycle, as you know what I'm saying they say nowadays. A flower, a cycle, a period. You understand? This is the issue that a woman deals with every month. You know what I mean? And it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break it down. You know what I'm saying? So read from top one more time.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days.
She shall be what?
She shall be put apart 7 days.
Now, understand this. You know what I'm saying? Back when we had our own kingdom, we were doing our thing. You understand? The women would actually have their own city that they would go to when they were on their flower, and they'd be doing their thing there. Just, you know what I'm saying, to keep it orderly. You know what I'm saying? As the scripture say, you know what I'm saying, everything was what we handled in what? Decency and order. We living in different times now. You know what I mean? You living with your woman or your woman living with you, whatever the case may be, vice versa, same thing. You know what I mean? But your woman is on your flower. She's unclean for those 7 days that she's on her flower. You know what I mean? So what do? You know what I mean? What do you do? Why? And this is why you gotta know you gotta do something, because as a priest and prophet in school, as a brother who plans to attend classes or come to a holy convocation, you know what I'm saying? You have to know these things. You know what I mean? You got to know that you're unclean and know what you got to do to prevent yourself from being unclean. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what happens when she's on her flower, right? Read on.
Verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean.
You understand? Because everything she touches while she's on her flower becomes what? Becomes unclean. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Right. Everything that she sits on becomes unclean. You understand? Read on.
And whosoever toucheth her bed.
Whosoever does what?
And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes.
Shall do what?
Shall wash his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And bathe himself in water.
And shall do what?
And bathe himself in water.
Now, I know for our women, they may take offense to this to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems as if they are toxic, or they just, you know what I mean? You know, a woman, you know what I'm saying, will just find a way to, you know what I mean, to make it seem like, you know what I mean, this is just wrong for them. Like, oh, you can't touch me, what's wrong? You know what I mean? Like, we love our women to death, you understand? But this is our culture, man, and this is very new to us. You know what I'm saying? We've been so indoctrinated with America and the society that we live in that when you learn these type of things, you may get offended. But understand, this is how God set it up, man. This is how the Lord set it up. So like I said before, we're living in different times now. So, of course, your wife wouldn't go to another city with a bunch of other sisters who on their flower. You know what I'm saying? Now she's still in the house with you. So what would you do? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just sleep in different blankets, man. And brother, that's depending on you know your schedule. You know what I mean? Like Friday night, you know you got the Sabbath service in the morning. You can't touch. You understand what I'm saying? Or lay with your woman right now, brother. Why? Because that would make you unclean. You won't be able to come to the Sabbath service. So what you do? Just wrap up in another blanket. You sleep in the same bed. She have her own blanket. You got your own blanket. You know what I'm saying? I know some brothers in here have even spoken about getting toilet seat coverings. You understand what I'm saying? And she had, you know what I'm saying, she have a covering. Whenever she on her flower, boom, she pop the toilet seat covering up there, boom, she good. She do her thing. You know what I mean? I mean, there's plenty of cups, plenty of plates, and all that type of stuff. You ain't really got to break that down. You understand what I'm saying? But just to what? Just to keep our culture, man. You understand? Just to try to follow this law, you know what I'm saying, these statutes and commandments in the Bible to a T. You know You know what I'm saying? Because this belongs to us, so we should try to embrace it. We should try to follow it as best as we can. Why? Because America proliferates and follows their law and their culture as best as they can, man. They embrace their culture to the fullest. You understand what I'm saying? All these other nations embrace their culture to the fullest. You understand what I'm saying? So us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians should do the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? We should do the same thing. You know what I mean? Read on.
And bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening.
Until when?
Until the evening.
Just until the evening. Until the evening. You know what I'm saying? And in most cities, I mean, sundown is what, 7 o'clock? 6:30, 7 o'clock, sun is down, or when the, you know what I'm saying, the time changes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's usually the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to know where you are, you know what I'm saying, to know when, you know what I'm saying, when sundown is for you. You know what I mean? But this is our culture, man. This is what the Most High established, you know what I'm saying, for our people. This is what the Most High taught Moses, you understand what I'm saying, and that he broke down to our people, man. As stiff-necked and stubborn and as hard-headed as we are, you understand? This is our culture, man. You understand? This belongs to us, so we should embrace it and follow it and be proud of doing it, man. Because America is proud of following their culture, man. They're proud of celebrating their holidays and embracing what their people went through. You know what I'm saying? And commemorating what their people went through and never forgetting their history. You understand? So we should never be ashamed, you understand what I'm saying, of this Bible, because it's our history, man. It's our culture, you understand? And our identity is in this book, man. You understand? And the Most High only loves us. You know what I mean? And these are the laws that he put in place for us to follow. You understand? So read on.
Verse 22. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. And be unclean until the even.
Right, read on.
Verse 23. And if it be on her bed or on anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean.
Because what's going on that woman's cycle? What's going on her period? You know what I'm saying? She's what? She's losing blood. Blood is actually coming out her body. You know what I'm saying? Luckily now we have, you know, they got the pads and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? They keep it all secure, brother. Like, you know what I mean? So now, you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta necessarily even see it. You ain't never gotta deal with it. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, we are Israelites, man. These are customs that we will keep. You know what I'm saying? These are customs that we will keep and we have to keep. You understand? But read on.
Verse 24. And if any man lie with her at all.
If any man do what?
Lie with her at all.
You understand? So if you lie with that woman when she's on her flower, you understand, which, as far as I know, is not a sin. But brother, you understand? Brother, you know what I mean? You should be wise about even doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be wise about doing that. As far as I know, it's not a sin. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me the line. I've never been taught that it is. You understand? But the scripture is going to explain what happens to a brother when he lies with a woman that's on her flower, right? Read on.
And her flowers be upon him.
Right. So he like, so you don't lay with her. So now what happens? That blood is literally upon you. You know what I'm saying? That blood that she's losing, you know what I'm saying, from getting rid of that egg that she has. You understand? Getting a new one. All that blood she's losing, that discharge she's losing, is now upon you, literally. You know what I mean? Read on.
He shall be unclean 7 days.
He shall be unclean for how long?
7 days.
7 days you'll be unclean, man. 7 days. You understand? For laying with a woman on her flower. I mean, the priests in this school, you know what I'm saying? That type of sacrifice we cannot make. You understand? Because 7 days, you understand, we got jobs to do in here. You know what I mean? We got jobs to do in here, you know what I'm saying? Is it wise to do it? You understand what I'm saying? If I was, you know what I'm saying, brother, I would not do it. I would seek counsel if you even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You should seek counsel. You know what I mean? To know the spirit behind even wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? But read on though.
And all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. Verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days, out of the time of her separation.
So this is pertaining to a woman that has a flower, right? But her flower exceeds the standard time, which is 7 days usually for a woman. A woman usually is on her flower for about 7 days. So this is breaking down, you know what I'm saying, what has to happen for her specific situation. You understand? Like the Bible breaks it down for our people, so we know, you know what I mean, how we can stay right with the Lord, man. How we can, you know what I'm saying, follow this law to a T. You understand? So read on. So read it from top. But read on.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out.
Mm-hmm. Many days out. So it has exceeded those 7 days, right? Read on.
Many days out of the time of her separation.
Uh-huh.
Or if it run beyond the time of her separation.
Right.
All the days of the issues of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation.
Right. So if it exceeds the time that it's supposed to have, right? So it goes a day over, 2 days over, 3 days over, right? She becomes clean, what? The time of what? Her separation, her normal separation, which is what? 7 days. So it would be an additional 7 days, you understand what I'm saying, for a sister that has an irregulated flower. You know what I mean? And it's in the Bible for a reason. Why? Because this is what was happening back then too. Women were exceeding the times of their normal flowers, and it wasn't just 7 days. It could have been a week. It could have been a month. You understand what I'm saying? That she still be on her flowers. So, you understand what I'm saying? She would still be unclean for an additional 7 days after her flower eventually stops. Right? So read on.
She shall be unclean.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. Every bed whereon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation.
Mm-hmm.
And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean as the uncleanness of her separation.
Uh-huh. Read on.
Verse 27. And whosoever touches those things shall be unclean and shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water,
Mm-hmm.
and be unclean until the even.
Read on.
Verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean.
You understand? 7 days, man. Then she shall be clean, man. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So yes, right? You know what I mean? So if your flower, you know what I'm saying, as a sister, if your flower, you understand, it exceeds your normal cycle, you are unclean for an additional 7 days. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the scripture says she shall number unto herself the days of her cycle, right? 7 days, man. And 28, it said the same thing, right? But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. You understand? If it exceeds the normal time that it's, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be. You know what I mean? And if there's more questions on that, I mean, you know what I mean, you gotta seek counsel. You know what I mean? Because your issue or condition could be, you know what I mean, different. But nonetheless, if it exceeds that time, then you know what I'm saying, you would be unclean. You know what I'm saying? So drop that, right? Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to use the last 5 minutes just to briefly speak on, you know what I'm saying, because I can't wait to hear what the general got to say on Monday. Ooh, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to this Will Smith, man. Will Smith situation. You understand what I'm saying? And his, you know what I'm saying, who this woman, as we know in here, she is no longer his rib. You understand? But of course they are in the world. You know what I'm saying? So he thinks that is still his wife when it is not. You know what I'm saying? She now belongs to August, if that's the last man she slept with. You understand? But in the truth, you know what I'm saying, we know that is no longer, you understand what I'm saying, Will Smith's wife. You know what I'm saying? So just real quick, you know what I'm saying, briefly, I'm just going to go over, you know what I'm saying, some scriptures, man, pertaining to, you understand what I'm saying, just women in general. You know what I'm saying? Because of, like, even when I watched the video, you could just tell, you know what I'm saying, the spirit behind this woman is like, Will can't tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that he doesn't control his woman. You can tell. And even seeing the spirit on him, that brother just looks so damn weak, man, and just so fragile. You know what I mean? Because she's like, I believe she said, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to, what happens to my body or who I lay with or who tells me what to do with my body, we know that decision is me. You know what I mean? Cause she was saying that she was confused, and the only issue she had was the fact that people were thinking that, oh, she needed Will's permission to lay with lay with another man or be with somebody else, and she's like, only one that gives the okay to that with my body is me. And Will is like, nodding his head, yeah, not knowing. You understand what I'm saying? That is a goddamn lie, man. You understand what I'm saying? And that is not biblical. And God never said that is okay. You understand? But read that from the top when you got it, Baba Kishah.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
That the what?
That the head of every man is Christ.
That the head of every man is Christ. You understand what I'm saying? And read on. And Salakia, even with that, right? That alone, you understand what I'm saying? That alone, even if it happened in the past, like, don't think a woman can't trap you in that type of manner, man. You understand? If she slept with a man, you understand, and you find out, you understand what I'm saying? That woman, you know what I'm saying, can still no longer be your wife, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't think it's, I'm saying, she can just trap you like that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, get counsel. Of course, if you in the truth, you know what I'm saying, get counsel. You understand what I'm saying? But brother, you know what I'm saying, if you know that your woman done slept with a whole nother man, and now she trying to come home to you, you understand what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. You know what I mean? But so like, read it from the top one more time.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right, so the head of every man is Christ. Read on.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is the man. You understand? So it's the same way that I'm saying that us as priests and prophets in this school, we do any and everything that Christ, you know what I'm saying, tells us to do, man. We get in the order, we follow that order to a T, you know what I'm saying? We don't even question the goddamn orders we given. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That should be what? That should be the same way with, you know what I'm saying, when that man being over his woman, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the chain of command that is in the Bible, man. The ranking system, you know what I'm saying, that's put into play. You got the children, you got the women, you got the husband, you got Christ, you know what I'm saying, and read on.
And the head of Christ is God.
And you got the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the chain of command right there. Everything that Christ letting us know is coming from the Lord. You know what I mean? Everything the man is letting his husband know, you know what I'm saying? He's given the authority from, you know what I'm saying, from the Lord to do so. And that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh-wee. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't gonna go too deep into it, man. I ain't gonna go too deep into it because I ain't trying to exceed the time. You know what I'm saying? But just know, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? If you a brother and you dealing with a woman, man, you run that damn household, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it's okay for have these open relationships and, oh, we gonna take a break this and take a break that. What the hell is a break? You understand what I'm saying? You better take your behind that other room and sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You better go downstairs. You understand what I'm saying? You better go get you a bottle. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing as no goddamn break. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the Bible says what? Sex is marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And y'all are together forever. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing as no goddamn break. You know what I mean? Like, that is as wicked as hell. And that is what this society, you know what I'm saying, allows our people to engage in, man. Which is why this Bible is so damn important, because it separates us from them. It separates us from their foolishness, from their wickedness. You understand what I'm saying? Separates us from being like them, man. Because they are disgusting. And they don't understand how to be civilized. They don't understand how to be upright people. You understand what I'm saying? We have to teach them how to be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is why the scriptures say what? Or we follow all these statutes and judgment when this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the other nations. Who shall look at us and be like, surely this is a wise and understanding people. You know what I mean? Why? Because we know how to keep our marriages functioning, man. Keep them going. We know no matter what the hell you go through in a marriage, you understand what I'm saying? Y'all fighting, y'all fussing, fighting, whatever the case may be. Y'all are together forever, man. Ain't no goddamn break. You understand what I'm saying? Break for you to go what? For your woman to go lay with somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? Go lay with another man? You know what I mean? Like, hell no, man. Not in here. You know what I'm saying? Not in the I.S.U.P.K, man. In here we follow the law. You know what I'm saying? And sex is marriage according to the Bible, man. You know what I mean? And with that, I'm passing the class over to priest and officer. Kapar, y'all. You know what I mean?
Security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3, verses 8 through 10. Maishra, which means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Memorial of the Blowing of Trumpets. Thursday, September 17th, 2020. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 24 to 25. Just as a reminder, all Akim and Akwathim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, or scarf. And with that,